Hello students, welcome to Anne's classes. Let's do area of a trapezium and a polygon, exercise 22b. And we are with question 5. The area of a small rectangular plot is 84 meters square. If the difference between its length and the breadth is 5 meters, find its perimeter. So what is given to us? The area of the rectangular plot is given to us and this is 84 meter square. And we have been told that the difference between the length and the breadth is 5 meters. So in that case, let's take the breadth to be x meters. Breadth is x meters, then the length will be x plus 5 because length is greater, isn't it? So x plus 5 meters. Since the difference is here 5, let the breadth be x meters and let the length be x plus 5 meters. Now let's make use of the formula of area. Area is length into breadth. So let's substitute here. So length is x plus 5 into breadth, which is x. So this we can calculate here. So that is x into x. So we multiply this way and x into x here. So x into x is x square and x into 5. Then we multiply x into 5, which is 5x. Now here the area has been given to us as 84 meters square. So that is 84 meters square here. So we can write 84 here also. Now here since we have x square and x, to find the value of only x, we have to factorize this. So to factorize this, we're going to move this to the other side. So this is now going to become x square plus 5x. When we move 84 to the other side, it becomes minus 84 and all this is equal to 0. So this is a quadratic equation. Now from this, we are going to find the value of x by factorizing. Now factorization we have learnt. So I hope all of you will be able to understand this. So when we factorize, the first thing we do is we multiply the first term and the last term. So x square into minus 84. So let me write it here. X square into minus 84 will give us minus 84x square. Now we have to take the middle term, which is 5x, and we have to split it. We have to split the middle term in such a way that when we add, we get this. When we multiply, we get minus 84. So in that case, we have to find two numbers. Two numbers that will add up to give us 5, that will multiply to give us minus 84. So here we need to find the factors of 84. So let's do that. Let's take 84 and find all the factors of 84. Now 1 into 84 will give us 84, but when you add it will not give us 5. Then we get 2 into 42. 2 into 42 will give us 84, but we cannot get 5. Now next one is 3. Now 3 2s are 6 and then we have 24. 3 6 are 24. That means 3 into 26 will give us 84. Now 4 into 21 will give us 84. Now let's look at 6. 6 ones are 6 and then 6 fours are 24. So 6 into 14 will give us 84. But when you subtract 6 and 14, you will not get 5, isn't it? Next, let's go on to 7. 7 into 12. 7 12s are 84. Now look at these two numbers, 7 and 12. Okay, if you change the signs, won't you get 5? So let's try that. So that is, suppose I take 7 plus 12, I will not get 5. So let me change one of the signs. If I change this sign, make it minus 7, minus 7 plus 12 will give me 5. And if I multiply minus 7 into 12, I will get minus 84. So can you see now I'm getting 5 when I add up these two numbers? When I multiply the same two numbers, I'm getting minus 84. So these are the two numbers that I'm going to split 5x into. So I can write 5x as minus 7x plus 12x because that is going to give me 5x. So let's come back to our equation and here let's write x square. Now instead of 5x, I'm going to write minus 7x plus 12x minus 84 is equal to 0. Now we continue. We're going to look out for the common terms. So here, as you can see, take the first two terms here. And what is common here? X is common. So I can take x out here and inside I can write x minus 7. Now let me go to the other side. Now here I have 12x and minus 84. So what is common? 12 ones are 12, 12 sevens are 84. So I can take 12 out. So let me take 12 out here and write the rest inside. So what is left inside? I have 12 already. So I only have to put x inside here. So I have x minus, since I have 12 here and this is 84, 12 sevens are 84. So I can write 7 and all this is equal to 0. Now I will continue this side. Now here I'm going to take out my factors x plus 12 and x minus 7. So I can write it here, x plus 12 and x minus 7 are the two factors and they're equal to 0. So now let's find the value of x just by taking the first factor. So x plus 12 is equal to 0. That means x is equal to 0 minus 12. That is x is equal to minus 12. Now we cannot have a negative number for x, isn't it? Because we said x is the breadth. We said x is breadth is x meters. So can I say breadth is minus 12 meters? No, we cannot have a negative one. So we can't take this factor. Now let's take the other factor and see. So here I have x minus 7 is equal to 0. So x is equal to 0 plus 7. So x is equal to 7. So this is possible. 7 is positive. So I can take the value of x to be 7. So this is what I'm going to make use of. So now let's go back here. Here it says let the breadth be x. So we found what x is. That means breadth is 7 meters. We can write that here. Breadth is 7 meters. That means what is the length? The length is 7 plus 5. X is 7. 7 plus 5 and that is equal to 12 meters. So now we have found the length and the breadth. But what are we actually asked to find? We are asked to find the perimeter. Now we can use the formula and then find the perimeter of this rectangle. So now that we know the length and breadth, let's find the perimeter. So length is 12 meters, breadth is 7 meters, and we know the formula. Perimeter is equal to 2 into length plus breadth. So this is 2 into length is 12 meters, breadth is 7 meters. So this is 2 into 12 plus 7 is 19. 19 meters. 2 into 19 is 38. So the perimeter we have found to be 38 meters. So this is our answer. Question 6. The diagonal of a square is 15 meters. So here we have a square, we have a diagonal here and the measurement of the diagonal is given. It is 15 meters. The rest of the question let's read. Find the length of its one side. That means one of these sides, because all four sides of a square are of equal measurement. So any one of these sides we've been asked to find. And once we find the side, we can find the perimeter of this square. So this is what is given. So let's write that down. Diagonal of a square is 15 meters. Let the side of the square be x meters. So let each side be x meters. So we have got there, all the sides are x meters. Now how do we find this side or this side? One of the sides, how do we find any one of these sides? Now we can make use of this diagonal that's given to us. This diagonal has divided the square into two triangles. Let's look at this triangle, triangle ABC. Now here, as you can see, angle B here is 90 degrees. And the side that is opposite angle B is called the hypotenuse. So this is the hypotenuse. We have the measurement of that given to us. Now we can use Pythagoras theorem and find the value of the sides. So let's do that. By Pythagoras theorem, what does it say? It says that the hypotenuse square is equal to the sum of the squares of the other two sides, that is AB square plus CB square or BC square. So here we can substitute. Now AC square, AC is already given to us, it's 15 meters. So AC square will be 15 square. This is equal to AB square, which is x, so x square plus again x square. So here 2x square, x plus x is 2x, isn't it? 2x square is equal to 15 square, which is 225. Now to find x square, We say x square is equal to 225 divided by 2. Now when we divide 225 by 2, we get 112.50. So this is x squared. Now how do we find x? We need to find the value of x because we said that is the side. So to find the value of x, we have to find the square root of 112.50. Now we should find the square root of this decimal number. I hope all of you remember how that is done. So what we do is we take the number 112.50 and we divide it. So before we divide, we start pairing them from the right to the left because it's a decimal number. So here, decimal part, this is the decimal part, so that will be from left to right. So it moves this way, left to right, and the integral part, it moves right to left in pairs. So we have this and we have only one left by itself. Then we do normal division. So here we have 1, isn't it? Now to get 1, we multiply by 1 itself. So here we write 1. 1 ones are 1. So we write 1 there and we subtract. We get 0. We bring down the next pair as it is, that is 12. And here we continue. Now we have to double the quotient. So the quotient is 1, double that is 2. Now 2, we have to add something here so that we'll get this number. Now as you can see, this number, now even if I add 0 here, 20, I will not get this number here, isn't it? So 20 into 0. That means if I add 0 here, I need to put a 0 here. Now 20 into 0 will give me this 0. So now I continue my division. I write 12 and I bring down the next pair. Before that, don't forget to carry this point up. So it becomes 10 point and then we continue. So now it is 1250 and then I have to double my quotient again. I have 10 here. I'm going to double it. It becomes 20. Now I need to get a number next to this. I need to get a number next to this in such a way that when I multiply with the same digit, I get somewhere close to this. So I'm going to multiply this with 6. So if I multiply with 6, I need to add 6 here. So 206 into 6 will give me 1236. Now I can continue this way, but here let's stop with this. So this is 10.6. Let's stop with this. That means x is equal to 10.6 and the unit here is meters. So what did we do? We said x is equal to the square root of 112.50 and then we tried to find this is not a perfect square, so you will not get a perfect whole number. So you will get a decimal number. You can stop with this because this will continue. So 10.6 is the square root of 112.50. So we have found x. And what is x? X is the side. So now since we have found the side, it's going to be easy to find the perimeter. So we have found the first part of the question. We found the answer, that is length of its one side we found is 10.6. Now let's go ahead and find the perimeter. So here, so the side is 10.6 meters and to find the perimeter, it is 4 into side, that is 4 into 10.6 meters. So let's multiply this. This will be equal to 42.4 meters. And this is our second answer. This is the perimeter and that is 42.4 meters. Question 7. The length of a rectangle is 16 centimeters and its perimeter is equal to the perimeter of a square with side 12.5 centimeters. Find the area of the rectangle. To find the area of this rectangle, the formula is length into breadth. So we must have the values of both length and breadth. But here in the question, as you can see, only the length of the rectangle is given. So we have to find the breadth first and then find the area. So we are going to make use of this first statement here and then find the breadth. Once you find the breadth, you can find the area of the rectangle. So let's begin by saying length of a rectangle is 16 centimeters given to us. Let its breadth be x centimeters. We don't know what the breadth is, isn't it? So first what we are going to do is we are going to find the perimeter of this rectangle, then find the perimeter of the square. So perimeter of the rectangle, the formula is 2 into length plus breadth, that is 2 into length is 16 centimeters and the breadth is x centimeters. Now let's multiply this. 2 into 16 is 32. 32 centimeters plus 2 into x is 2x centimeters. Now this is the perimeter of the rectangle. Now we must find the perimeter of the square, and that is 4 into side, 4 into, now the value of side is given to us in the question. It is 12.5 centimeters. We have to multiply 4 into 12.5. And that is 50. So this is 50 centimeters. Now what does the question say? The question says that this perimeter, that is the perimeter of the rectangle, is equal to the perimeter of a square. So let's write that down. Perimeter of a rectangle is equal to perimeter of the square. That is, what is the perimeter of the rectangle? 32 centimeters plus 2x centimeters. This is equal to perimeter of the square, which is 50 centimeters. From this, we are going to find the value of 2x first. So let's say 2x is equal to 50 minus 32, because we are transposing this 32 to the other side. That is, 2x is equal to 18. So what is the value of x? X is equal to 18 divided by 2. So 2 nines are 18. So 18 divided by 2 is 9. That means the value of x is 9. And what did we say x is? We said x is the breadth. So we have found the breadth, and that is 9 centimeters. So the breadth is 9 centimeters. Now we have both the length 16 centimeters and the breadth 9 centimeters. We can find the area of this rectangle. So the length is 16, breadth is 9. The area is length into breadth, which is length is 16 into 9. 16 into 9 is 144. So the area of the rectangle is 144 centimeters square. So this is our answer. Question 8. The perimeter of a square is numerically equal to its area. So find its area. So let each side of a square be x units. We have not been given the units, so let's call it just x units. So each side is x units. That means the perimeter is 4 into side. That will be 4 into x. 4 into x, which is 4x. So the perimeter is 4x units. Now the area. Area is side square, that is 4. We said not 4, we said the side is x, so x square. So the area is x square, and here it says the perimeter is 4x units. Now what does the question say? The perimeter of a square, that is this perimeter, is equal to its area. So 4x is equal to x square. So we can write that 4x is equal to x square. Now, since we have an x square and an x, we have to put it all together in the form of an equation and find the factors. So we can bring x square this side, or we can even transpose 4x to the other side. So what does this become? This becomes x square minus 4x, and that is equal to 0. So on the other side there's nothing, so we put 0. Now let's look at x square and 4x, and let's pick out something that is common. What is common? X is common. So I can take x out and write x square. Now x square is there. I already have 1x outside, so this will be simply x minus. Now here 4x is there. I have x here, so I just have to put 4. So this is equal to 0. Now if I take only this factor, x minus 4 is equal to 0. So this will be x minus 4 is equal to 0. So what is the value of x? X will be equal to 0 plus 4, which is 4. So x is equal to 4. Now we are asked to find the area. So in the beginning we said area is side square and side is x, so x square. Now we have found the value of x. X is 4. So 4 square. 4 4s are 16. So we have found the area. Area is 16 square units. We don't know what the units are, so we are writing it as simply square units. So final answer, area is equal to 16 square units. Question 9. Each side of a rectangle is doubled. Find the ratio between, first, the perimeters of the original rectangle and the resulting rectangle. So we have an original rectangle and the resulting one is one in which each side of the rectangle, the original one, is doubled. So let's consider the length of the rectangle, that is the original one, to be x. So let the breadth be y. In that case, if we have to find perimeter, the formula that we are using is 2 into length plus breadth. This will be equal to 2 into, and what is the length? Length is x and the breadth is y. So x plus y. So this is the perimeter of the original rectangle. Now we have to find the perimeter of the resulting rectangles. That means there's going to be a new length and a new breadth. So the new length will be 2x. Why is it 2x? Because here in the question it says each side of a rectangle is doubled. So the length was x, now that is doubled. So that is going to be 2x. So this is the new length. And the new breadth also is going to be 2. Now this time it is y, 2y. Now if we have to find the perimeter, the new one, p dash, again we are using the formula 2 into length plus breadth. So this is 2 into, the length is 2x plus the breadth is 2y. Now we can simplify this further. Now here, as you can see, 2 is common, isn't it? Now the common factor, we can take it out. We already have a 2 there. If we have to take one more 2, it becomes 4. 2 2s are 4. So this will be 4 into x plus y. So now we have the ratio of the original rectangle, the perimeter of the original rectangle and the perimeter of the resulting rectangle. Let's find the ratio. So to find the ratio of the original perimeter is to new perimeter. Now let's take the original perimeter, that is 2 into x plus y, is to new perimeter 4 into x plus y. Now here we have x plus y on both sides, so we can cancel that off. So what is left is just 2 is to 4, which when you simplify further becomes 1 is to 2. So the ratio of the original, the perimeter of the original rectangle and the new perimeter, the resulting rectangle, the answer is this, 1 is to 2. Question 2. This time we must find the ratio between the areas of the original rectangle and the resulting rectangle. So let the length, we said, let it be x. Let the breadth be y. So this time we have to find the area. So area formula is length into breadth. So which is x into y. X into y is xy. So this is the area of the original rectangle. Now we have a new length, isn't it? And the question says each side is doubled. So the new length will be 2x. 2x because it is doubled, and the new breadth will be 2y. So that means the new area we can call it a dash. The new area will be length into breadth again, length into breadth, and the new length is 2x into 2y. So this will be 2 into 2 is 4, 4xy. So now we have the area of the original rectangle and the new area. Now let's find the ratio of the areas of the original rectangle and the resulting rectangle. So ratio of the original area is to the new area, and the original one is xy. So let's write xy, and the new area is 4xy. We can cancel out this xy and this xy. So here it is 1. So now the ratio is going to be 1 is to 4. So the ratio of the areas of the original rectangle and the resulting rectangle is 1 is to 4. This is our answer. Question 10. In each of the following cases, ABCD is a square. So here we have ABCD, this is a square, and PQRS, this is a rectangle. Find in each case the area of the shaded portion. So this is question 1. Find the area of this shaded portion. What you can see in gray is the shaded portion. And all measurements are in meters. So measurements are given to us and they're all in meters. So here, to find the area of this shaded portion, what should we do? First, we must find the area of this rectangle. Then we must find the area of this square. Then when we subtract both the areas, we will get the area of this shaded portion. So let's begin. Area of the shaded portion will be area of the rectangle PQRS minus area of the square ABCD. So to find the area of rectangle PQRS, we should use the formula. What is the formula to find area of a rectangle? Length into breadth. And the area of a square? Side into side. So let's do that. So length into breadth minus side into side. So length into breadth. Length is 3.2 meters. So let's keep that meters in mind. And breadth is 1.8. So this we have to first find the area of the rectangle PQRS minus the area of the square, and that is side into side, that is 1.4 into 1.4. So this we just have to simplify. We have to multiply 3.2 into 1.8. So when you multiply two decimal numbers, you know the rules to follow. Ignore the point and multiply, and then put back the point, so you will have two decimal places. Now the answer that you get when you multiply these two is 5.76. Remember, we're talking about area, so it will be 5.76 meter square minus 1.4 into 1.4, which is 1.96, and this is also meter square. Now we just have to subtract these two. When you subtract these two, you get 3.8 meter square. So this is the area of the shaded portion, 3.8 meter square. In the second case, as you can see in the figure, the square is the bigger one and the rectangle is the smaller one, that is inside. So now to find the area of the shaded portion, we have to first find the area of the square, which is bigger, and then find the area of the rectangle and subtract the two areas. All measurements are given and all measurements are in meters. So area of the shaded portion will be area of the square ABCD, that is given to us in the figure, minus the area of the rectangle PQRS. And we know to find the area of the square, that is side square or side into side, and the area of the rectangle is length into breadth. So let's write that, side into side minus length into breadth. And what is the measurement of the side of a square? It is 6 meters. 6 meters into 6 meters minus length into breadth, and length is 4.8 meters into breadth, which is 3.6 meters. Now we have to simplify this. 6 into 6 is 36 meter square minus 17.28 meters square. When you multiply 4.8 and 3.6, you get this. Now when you subtract both these, you get 18.72 meter square. So this is the area of the shaded portion. So with this, children, we will stop for now. In our next video, we will continue with the remaining exercises. Thank you, children.